Hello friends, in this video I am going to solve exercise question from book Topics in Algebra. This question consists of 4 subparts. So question is, let U be the set of all elements of the type xy, x inverse, y inverse for all elements xy in group G. In this case we call U cap. In earlier exercises we have proved that this U cap is the smallest subgroup of group G containing this set U. And also U cap is called as subgroup generated by U. So here we call U cap as, or U cap can be is usually written as G dash, and we call this set G dash as the commutator subgroup of group G. Now firstly we have to prove that this commutator subgroup of group G, G dash, is a normal subgroup of G. So to prove G dash is a normal subgroup of G, we will use this lemma: N is a normal subgroup of G if and only if G and G inverse is a subset of N for every element G in group G. So proof: here G is a group and G dash is the subgroup generated by set U. That means G dash is the subgroup generated by this set. Now note that as G dash is subgroup generated by this set, so every element of this set U, that is every element of the type xy, x inverse, y inverse, will be an element of group G dash. Now consider an element, say A in G, G dash, G inverse. So A will be equal to G xy, x inverse, y inverse, G inverse, where this xy, x inverse, y inverse is an element of G dash. Now in the next step, here this can be written as Gx E, y E, x inverse E, y inverse, G inverse. We have introduced identity element at these positions. Now this identity element can be written as G inverse G. So we get this step. Now in the next step, using associativity in a group G, this can be written as this thing. Now note that this G x inverse G inverse is equal to Gx G inverse its inverse and Gy inverse G inverse is equal to Gy G inverse its inverse. This thing follows from Sokshue property. So we get A is equal to G1 G2 G1 inverse G2 inverse for G1 equals to Gx G inverse and G2 equals to Gy G inverse, where these G1 and G2 are elements in group G. So we get A is an element of the type G1 G2 G1 inverse G2 inverse. So A will be an element of G dash, and therefore we have A is an element of G, G dash, G inverse, and also A is an element of G dash. Therefore G, G dash, G inverse is a subset of G dash, and thus by this lemma G dash will be a normal subgroup of group G. This proves part A. Now part B is, here we have to prove that the quotient group G over G dash is abelian. So consider any two cosets x G dash, y G dash in the quotient group G G dash for any element xy in group G. Then product of this coset x G dash, y G dash is equal to xy G dash. This thing follows from product of the coset in quotient group. Now note that for elements x, y, x inverse, y inverse in G dash, in G, y inverse x inverse yx will be an element in G dash, and therefore the left coset y inverse x inverse yx G dash will be equal to G dash because this is element of G dash, and so left coset for this element of G dash will be equal to subgroup G dash. So here this G dash can be written as y inverse x inverse yx G dash. So we get product of this cosets is equal to, here y inverse will be identity, so no need to write that. So we get this step. And in the next step, this x inverse will be identity, so no need to write that. So we get product of this left coset is same as yx, and this can be again written as y G dash x G dash. So finally we get x G dash y G dash is equal to y G dash x G dash, and as x G dash y G dash are any arbitrary cosets in the quotient group G over G dash, and therefore this quotient group is abelian. This proves part B of the question. So next part C is, if the quotient group G over N is abelian, then we have to prove that G dash is a subset of normal subgroup N. So for this, consider an element xy x inverse y inverse in G dash. Then for any two cosets xn and yn in quotient group G over N, we have xn yn is equal to yn xn because we know that this quotient group is abelian. Now this product can be written as xyn, and product of these cosets can be written as yxn. So as these two left cosets are same for these elements xy and yx of group G, thus we have xy and yx inverse will be an element of subgroup N, and therefore again this can be written as xy, and by Sokshue property yx inverse will be x inverse y inverse. So we get xy x inverse y inverse will be an element of normal subgroup N, and thus as xy x inverse y inverse is element of G dash, and also xy x inverse y inverse is element of N, therefore G will be a subset of N, and this proves part C of our question. Next, last part is D. We have to prove that if H is a subgroup of group G and G dash is a subset of H, then H is a normal subgroup in G. Again, to prove H is normal subgroup in G, we are going to use the same lemma. So here H is a subgroup of G and G dash is a subset of H. Now consider an element, say A in GH G inverse for some element G in group G, then A will be equal to GH G inverse for element small h in subgroup H. Also for elements GH in group G, we have GH G inverse H inverse will be an element in G dash, and therefore GH G inverse H inverse will be an element in H, as G dash is a subset of H, so every element in G dash is also an element of H. Now as GH G inverse G H inverse is element of H, so this GH G inverse H inverse will be equal to some H1, where H1 is an element of subgroup H. And now for this expression, post multiplying by H, we get GH G inverse is equal to H1H. Now this H1H will be equal to some H2 in subgroup H, and therefore GH G inverse will be an element in H. And as this A, that is GH G inverse, is an element in GH G inverse, and also GH G inverse, that is A will be an element in H, and thus G inverse will be a subset of subgroup H, and therefore by this lemma we have G is a normal subgroup of group G, and this proves part D of this question.